For hundreds of years, the people of Southern Asia have used a fruit so remarkable that it has been dubbed a fruit from heaven. Throughout the centuries, gac has been used for nourishment and to bless traditional ceremonies. The story behind this amazing superfruit begins in the verdant landscape of Southern Asia. Southern Asia is a tapestry of diverse terrain. History are intertwined with this luxuriant landscape, a rich fabric of culture and tradition grown out of abundant exotic fauna and flora. Of all the fruits and vegetables in this paradise, the gac fruit was revered throughout the centuries and today has been rediscovered. Traditionally, gac has been used to promote growth in children, to treat night blindness, and when applied to wounds, infections, and burns, to stimulate wound closure and skin growth. However, until recently, gac's remarkable nutritional benefits were not well known or understood. Thanks to the work of scientist Dr. Ly Vong, a native of Vietnam, the remarkable nutritional properties of the gac fruit have been brought to light. In a ground for severe vitamin A deficiency of children in her homeland, Dr. Vong proved that gac has almost 10 times more beta-carotene than carrots and an astounding 70 times more lycopene than tomatoes.
Cancer prevention, the role of lycopene. You know, lycopene is that compound in tomatoes that makes the tomato red. Lycopene has some unique anti-cancer properties of its own that are quite remarkable. It's considered to be the most powerful antioxidant that can quench certain types of oxygen-free radicals called the singlet oxygen. You have to understand that about 5% of all of the oxygen that the body uses gets converted into free radicals in the body. The same way that, you know, if you cut an apple in half and you expose it to the oxygen and air, it'll start to turn brown because of oxidative stress. Oxygen causes a corrosive effect to our cells as well. It's lycopene that has an incredible ability to sort of quench those free radicals so they do less damage to us in the long run, because that damage can lead to gene mutations that can then cause cancer. In addition to being a very powerful antioxidant, lycopene has also been shown in experimental studies to inhibit the growth of existing cancer cells and to turn on what's called the p53 tumor suppressor gene. So if a cancer cell is starting to develop, the p53 tumor suppressor gene is the part in the genetic code that identifies that problem. And then it sends out different enzymes either to fix the mistake or to tell the cell to commit suicide before the cancer cell can fully emerge. So having an operational p53 tumor suppressor gene is very important. Lycopene increases the efficacy of the p53. It also has been shown to have very profound effects on immune cell function. And you need your immune cells, in case cancer cells start to develop, your immune cells have to hunt those cancer cells down and identify them and kill them. And lycopene has been shown to enhance immune system function. If we look at human studies, people having higher lycopene intakes seem to have a lower risk of a certain number of cancers. And in fact, and so recently they took patients that already had prostate cancer, where their prostate cancer was very difficult to control. The PSA blood level was rising. They introduced lycopene supplementation, and they were able to much better control the progression of the disease, and in some cases actually stabilize it completely. There are no drugs that have been shown to have a similar effect once you get to these situations where prostate cancer is not controlled. So lycopene, a very powerful effect on the prostate gland. It's associated with a reduction risk of cervical dysplasia and cervical cancer. And there's emerging research that lycopene blood levels and higher intakes are linked to a reduction risk of breast cancer as well. Beta-carotene, a key nutrient for cancer prevention and immunity. You know, beta-carotene is one of 30 to 50 carotenoid compounds that are found in plant foods, many of which can be converted into vitamin A in the body if the body needs it. In fact, about 1/6 of all the beta-carotene in foods, like carrots and so on, Some of the beta-carotene can become vitamin A, and vitamin A has its own unique properties that are important for human health. But beta-carotene on its own is a very powerful antioxidant, quenching free radicals, helping to protect our genes against free radical damage that can lead to mutations, possibly cancer. So beta-carotene plays an important role there. It also helps to modulate the immune system and enhances thymus gland function. So you get immune support from beta-carotene. So supplementation studies have shown that using high doses of beta-carotene has been very effective for people that have immune-compromised states, where their immune system's not working well, they're prone to infection, they have progressive immune health problems. With beta-carotene supplementation, you sometimes see a rise in the lymphocyte count and a rise in the T helper cell count. And T helper cells are sort of the quarterback of the whole immune system. So people with compromised immune states, beta-carotene supplementation can be invaluable. Also, beta-carotene has been shown to reverse certain precancerous states. Women that have cervical dysplasia, precancerous condition on the cervix of the uterus. Studies have shown taking high doses of beta-carotene in a high percentage of women who have mild to moderate cervical dysplasia, within 6 months the cells are back to normal. Same thing with a precancerous condition in the mouth known as oral leukoplakia. Beta-carotene supplements at high doses have been shown to reverse the condition back to normal. So beta-carotene has a very profound impact on the health of cells. In fact, in the very first study looking at cancer patients, giving them supplements, published in Molecular Aspects of Medicine in 1994, Carl Folkers and Lockwood gave women that had breast cancer, that had medical treatment, but it was a breast cancer that had already spread to the lymph nodes in the axilla, so they were at high risk for recurrence. One of the ways they were shown to reduce the recurrence of breast cancer in those women was with high doses of antioxidants, including substantial beta-carotene supplementation. Thanks so much for watching.